Okay, so here it is. So your PC hardware, we can see. First of all, I want to start. I'm not starting with definitions and all. I will put as definitions later. But look at this is a basic computer, right? So the outer layer. So whenever see this kind of stuff, it is called a cabinet. It is, some people we call it is not as some people. Most of the people call this one as a CPU. It is not CPU. It is a cabinet or chassis. Cabinet or a chassis. If you want to know how it is look like and all much details, you can go to Amazon or anything. There you can find a different type of cabinet also. Okay, so if you look at this cabinet, it is a completely empty part, and there is a few things are inserted. So like this, they are inserted like this. So we put a motherboard, your processor, CPU, fans, SMPS. Okay, SMPS, is this working or not? Why this is not trying anything? It is a waste. Okay, this is a basic cabinet. So in inside a cabinet we put all our PC components. So SMPS, your hard disk, CD-RAM, floppy disk, your motherboard, CPU fan on it. So backside of this cabinet you can see back panel. So this is the called a back panel. In a back panel you connect a power supply, and back side connections you will get a LAN connector, monitor connector, keyboard, mouse, okay, connectors. So whenever you insert some slots, you get, it will appear in a outside. So this is your cabinet and the front side of the cabinet. So front side picture is not here. So front side of the cabinet. So power button, reset button, power LED, okay, hard disk LED, USB connections are there in this cabinet. Okay, so these are all slots available like this. Okay, so here is a some definition is there. So I will forward this PPT so then you can read all the name and all kind of stuff also. So what is a computer? It is given, it is a very simple. A computer is a electronic device. Okay, computer, so generally, so there is a people will give you a definition like what is C, what is O, what is M, what is P, okay, like that. So computer like that. Okay, so don't go with this kind of stuff. Okay, if someone is trying to teach you this one, it's okay. Just if there are senior, no problem. Okay, but this is bakwas. Okay, so it's very simply say. Okay, so I don't like, because computer name came from the compute. Computer name came from the compute. Okay, not from C or E or O or anything. Okay, it is a came from compute. In a Greek it is compute means calculations. Calculations. Okay, so very simply say, there is a traditional block diagram of computer is there. So we'll see the traditional block diagram of computer. So there is a processor which is called a central processing unit, CPU, and we have a input devices and output devices. So whenever you give input to the CPU by giving instructions, so through input devices we give instructions and the data. So then what to do we give, and it will do that one. So that is called our CPU, central processing unit. Next, once CPU done its work, means the processing, the calculations are what are the based on our instruction, it done. It will put a output on a output devices. It will put a output on a output devices. Of course, sometimes instructions or a data or a for certain references to load certain instructions from secondary memory or a primary memory from input output devices or as to store or a retrieve data, so it will use memory. Okay, so this is the memory. So what is the use of memory? Memory contains some instructions and data. Whenever CPU required, it will take it and do the work, and it will put it some, it will store some data into memory again. Okay, so this is a very old style, or it is a standard block diagram of computer. Standard block diagram of computer. So about a CPU, CPU has a mainly two things. One is a ALU and a CU, arithmetic and logical unit and control unit. Arithmetic, logical unit, and control unit. So control unit will actually control the flow of data. So how to load instructions, how to give a output, how to store the data, how to retrieve the data. ALU will do all the instruction work. The CPU contains self instructions itself. Okay, actually the CPUs look like this, like this. Okay, not that big box, it is a very small chip. Okay, so from you we'll start. First of all, I want to start with the input devices list. What is a standard input device? Keyboard. You can tell parallelly also. No problem. Okay. Okay. So one of the input devices keyboard. Guys, can you tell me other input devices? Mouse is a pointer device, of course, input and as well as a pointer device. Mic, mouse, very good. Scanner, joystick, cam, very good. Cam, cam or camera. Microphone. Yeah, microphone, mic, right. Touch screen, we can give input to touch screen. Mouse is a pointer device, as it's like not exactly input device, but we are giving input through the mouse, right? So by looking at, so mouse is also input device as well as a pointer device. Touch screen is like a we can give input by touching, like your mobile phone we are touching. So on a laptop, like for example, my laptop is a touch screen laptop. So I can give input or a shutdown or some open some application by touching it. Okay, I can type on it by on-screen keyboards. Okay, joysticks, scanners, mics, cams, these are all input devices. Okay, so yeah, mouse and touch screens also called as input devices. So tell me output devices. Standard output device I want. Monitor, speakers. Monitor, speakers, printers. Mm, projector, very good. Okay, so these are the output devices. So standard devices. Means without a keyboard you do nothing with your computer, right? So you have to give some input by standard way. Remaining are next. Okay, monitor. Without looking at the monitor, what you do, so I can able to see my monitor, so I understand what I'm doing and what is going on. All remaining are so optional one only. Okay. So again I told mouse is a pointer device. Okay. So memory. So there is a two type of memories are there. The first one is primary memory. What are the primary memories? RAM and ROM. I will write secondary memories in this side. Secondary memory. It means where you hard disk. Very good. Okay. So basically, hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, SSDs are came nowadays in the market. Okay, these are all to store hard disks. Mainly hard disk and SSDs to store operating system applications and usually data. Okay, CD and DVD to store a data which we don't rewrite. It is like a ROM type only. So normally we put a data inside. We can read the data, but you don't alter the data. Blu-ray is a huge amount of storage we can able to store in a Blu-rays. Okay, so that is the one thing. Next one is pen drives, USB pen drives. We can store data in a USB pen drive, USB external hard disk. Nowadays, people are buying a laptops with SSDs with a very less memory in it. So they want to store the data. Compulsory, we need a external hard disk. SD cards, flash memories, like SD cards. Okay, memory cards. The SD cards are a memory cards. So what are the name you call it, you can call it. Okay, SD cards, memory cards. Okay, like that. So these are the secondary memories. Main secondary memories. Okay, one second. The name is I will tell one more thing, like a flash memories only. EMMC. EMMC. Yeah, have you seen this is like multimedia cards, usually like photos, cameras. Okay, cameras, usually you put a cameras inside camera. You put these cards to when you take a picture, so it store the data, right? So like that. So the little bit difference is there. EMC, it both are card, same flash chip, but EMCs soldered to the board, while SD card is detachable card. Okay. So just like some different cards. Okay. So very simple. It's look like a memory card only, but it is little bit bigger. Nowadays, if you buy a very cheap embedded multimedia cards, uh, how to tell, very very mini laptops are there. No? If you go to mini laptops, very small memory size in it. So you can go to Flipkart or Amazon, you can find it. So cost is very less. Cost you will get it. So you can see 64 GB eMMC storage. Okay, it's inside like your mobile phone and all. We get a 128 GB RAM like that. So this is e-books kind of stuff. You will get a this one. Earlier only 32 GB. Now you are getting a 64 GB. Of course, cost is also increased, and you are getting a mm, Windows 10 home also. So then this one. Just people who want to carry a mobile, a laptop just for a browsing purpose. You can buy this one. Okay, so you want to play games, you can't do anything. Okay, apps kind of stuff, you don't work it. Just simply it's a laptop, that's it. You don't do nothing here. And no storage space. 64 GB only for operating system only. Anything you want to store extra or like movies and all, you can store in an external hard disk only. So that is the thing. Okay, so that is one more storage is eMMC storage. Okay, next. Okay, CPU is a CPU only, but different type of CPUs are there. So these are the main. We have a main devices. So on another hand, I will put power supply. Without a power supply, you cannot run the system, right? So what type of power supply it is? Power supply is SMPS type of power supply. Okay, what is SMPS? Simple. Switch mode power supply. Very good. Very good. That is switch mode power supply. So we'll go to one by one details. Main important details are from like what is SMPS, what is CPU, what is RAM, what is ROM, um, what is about a hard disk, SSDs. Okay, so like that, few details we will discuss, and how to load operating system, what is cache memory, all kind of stuff we'll discuss. So I'll put a check mark here. So SMPS very important. So one of the first power supply part, SMPS. About CPU, what is CPU, what is RAM, what is ROM, hard disk, and SSDs. Okay, because SSDs are new in the market, so compulsory we should have an idea of SSDs. Guys, I will give you a very simple trick to learn basics of hardware and keep learning. Is lot of people give an idea like I will go for a blogs kind of stuff, like a technology blogs kind of stuff. You will get it like a Hindustan Times technology blog, like that you will get it. So that is like a future technology or a expired technology only you will get it. So what is in the current market, that is also very important. What is the things in the current market currently, what are the things in the current market? So that is very important. So compulsory you should that is easy to get from the from where e-commerce websites. You go to the different e-commerce websites, Amazon, Flipkart, Chroma, like that. So Bajaj Finance. Okay, so go to that one, so you will get it. So what is the different kind of stuff you will get it. See, this is about a laptops. In a laptop, Surface Pro. What is Surface Pro? Touchscreen type. You will get it directly. Okay. Yoga laptops. So don't buy these kind of stuff. Okay. It's a very costly for a fashionable, like a dress is a normal dress, useful dress, like a you know that will protect you with a less cost. Fancy dress, like a full jean pant is, for example, it is 1,000 rupees. Off jean pant is 2,000 rupees. So it is like that. Okay, no facility, nothing. They increase the price a lot. I want to buy laptop. See. Okay, so you can see the differences easily. You will understand from the e-commerce websites only. Yeah, okay. So that's it. Okay, someone, two or three members are joined. Guys, anybody joined newly? Please give your tell your full name here. So I will enter into my sheet. Okay, so that's the easiest one. Okay, so these are the things we are going to discuss. Of course, few more things are there, like a cache memory is also there. So that is also we're going to discuss. Is it okay up to now?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Sir. Yes, sir.